Make them also. So the tape here, so we can leave a ½ inch in there. And a ½ inch is how far we want to drill down. Point out on this drill, the drill bit where the blue ends. That's a ½ inch, so you can just drill down to there when we start drilling. The way we're going to work it, one person will be drilling the holes for each type of spawn. We have 2 inoculators for each. We don't want to cross those up, so we don't mix them together. So somebody needs to come through and drill. Now before we start that, I'll show you how to make these.
What kind of a tree is this, Michael?
This is oak.
That is an oak, okay, good. Yeah, good.
And these were harvested from the trail. Oak is usually the typical one for shiitake, although other hardwoods can be used. The oysters can be grown on pine trees, firs, I think. Tangerine a little bit, can you? Okay, so these might be able to take more of a evergreen tree.
They say to inoculate the trees within 30, 60 days of filling it.
Yeah, I've read different things. I've read somebody says wait 2 months. So
well, 60 days, that's 2 months.
And then some people say wait only 1 to 3 weeks. But at least give it 1 week. I think on a minimum we can give it 1 week.
Yeah. I think there's a maximum is to ensure that other fungi aren't taking over and cross-contaminating.
Yeah, these have been about 2 weeks out. So obviously they have some moisture. That one still has some moisture. So this is a good time to do it. You want to cut your trees not in the summer, just due to how hot it is. Like the reading says when the leaves are on the ground, it's just something to do during the winter when you're not growing. So what anybody wants to do this, basically what I did was measure a ½ inch. So we measure the length of the so we know we don't want it to go, we want it to go down to there. So we measure a ½ inch down from here. It's always good to test it because sometimes you have to sand these things to make them fit. So that's our mark there. Leave ½ inch on the inside. Duct tape. That's where it's half.
Where'd you get your inoculant from?
This came from the farm. The mushroom people, they started growing in the 70s, I think. And they're called they're at the farm. They're called the mushroom people. It's real funny. Like I think of this. I mean, the more we do it, the more we learn on anything. But I was talking to him. I was like, so how'd you get started growing mushrooms? Like, oh, it's just a hobby. I just thought it's kind of funny. It's just a hobby. Kind of tape it to where it won't go in, maybe 5, 6 times around. So feel like, anybody want to work on this one, getting this one ready? And then we got one more we need to make.
You first got to manage your question.
Might jump on that one. Then, basically, most people are familiar with the drill. If you're not real familiar, it's called a chuck key.
I think you can see the nose right on the tail on your nose with that thumb.
It's called a chuck.
I'm almost getting to call it work with us.
The reason for the chuck key, sometimes this thing gets a little loose, but this tightens down the drill bit in. See how it tightens to take the drill bit out. So if you find that it's wobbling or it looks loose, just make sure every now and then you might want to check it just to make sure it's tight. You want to make sure it's real tight. And take it. We're going to come about 2 inches off the end of the log. We're going to do it in a grid pattern, about 6 to 8 inches off. Yeah. You can measure if you want, that's your style, or just freehand it.
So is there a distance between each hole?
About 6 to 8 inches.
That's what you said?
So it's down there where the blue part is, kind of as a guide. We go on to the next one. And I suggest that somebody drill a row, somebody come behind them, inoculate it, turn the log, and start on your next row. So that I'm going to show you how to inoculate it, but after that point, we're going to have some wax down here on the fire that's going to be getting to a point where we can use it. If you can see, I've already inoculated that one. That's the sawdust spawn in there. And we'll cover that with wax, and that keeps anything from getting in there.
Is that it? Do we leave this, or we putting it to the end? How? Okay, we'll take on it first.
Measure this way. I don't know why I don't want to go in this way, but it looks good. So measure a 1/2 inch this way.
Okay.
And then tape it back this way.
I got you.
And we put an arrow on it. Just draw an arrow which way you need to tape. Just tape that way.
I got you.
To inoculate, like I said, let's try to keep those 2 over there and these over here. I'm actually going to...
So why is the 1/2 inch so important?
Actually, some readings, this is 1/2 inch because of what I could get.
Okay.
7/16 is what was recommended in their instructions. I think it was just, we've used a little last time I did it, we did it with a smaller tool. A good thing is wind chimes. And we used wind chime last time. And I think the wind chime was 1/2.
So it's not essential.
I think
depth, is that
I think
1 inch
the
depth is essential?
1/2 inch. I think the depth is a little more important. Alright, so you put it on the end where it leaves the opening. Open your bag up.
So we do come to it right here.
You want a 1/2 inch.
Gotta make sure it's pretty tight in there. Take it, put it on top of the hole, pull it out, turn it around. And if it squishes down like that, you just get a little bit more until you feel to the top of the hole. So it's kind of a homemade tool, so sometimes it works better than others. And if you have a problem like that, you can. I have some sandpaper. If you want to sand the dowel. So I would just add a little more to this one. You might even want to lift this. So you got that on the hole. When you push down, you might even want to lift up and push like that. And it'll actually come flush to the top.